Hi folks, let's learn about contractions in the present simple. So this lesson is really for beginners. Most students should have learned contractions early on in their English studies. What is a contraction? Maybe that's the first question to address. Well, a contraction is a shortening of maybe two words together. So an example would be I am, and the contraction would be I'm. Instead of saying I am, just making it shorter together, more condensed. I'm. Normally with contractions, when we write them out, there's an apostrophe. What is an apostrophe? An apostrophe looks almost like a comma, but upside down and at the top. So you'll see some text where I will show you the apostrophe in this lesson. Well, anyway, let's get going with this. So repeat after me. I am, and the contraction, I am. You are, you're. He is, his. The thing to notice with he is, with the contraction his, is that the end sound is with a Z. The same for she is. She is, shiz. Now there's a little bit of a change. It is becomes it's. So there's an S sound instead of the Z. You are, you're. We are, we're. And they are, they're. So those are all of the contractions in English with the verb to be in positive sentences. Quickly, we can also look at negatives. Now, negatives are slightly more complicated, and the reason is because there are two acceptable structures. I'll give an example. I can say he is not, and I can say his not, or I can say he isn't. So the contraction can form either with the pronoun and the verb, or the verb and the negative word not. So there's two options. Some students may be feeling alarmed at this moment, wondering is there a different use in the different forms? No, there isn't. It's just in English, there are two ways that you can form the negative in pronunciation, and it really doesn't make a difference to the meaning. So let's look at the negative ones. I am not, You are not, you're not. He is not, his not. She is not, shiz not. It is not, it's not. You are not, you're not. We are not, we're not. They are not, they're not. So let's look at the other form of the negatives. Let's start again with am. It's going to be the same in both columns. I am not, I'm not. You are not, you aren't. He is not, he isn't. She is not, she isn't. It is not, it isn't. You are not, you aren't. We are not, we aren't. They are not, they aren't. So basically, that's how you pronounce the contractions of the verb to be in English. Please subscribe to this channel, share with your friends, and why don't you write some examples in the comment sections of you actually using this grammar.